on, buds. Here we go, 5. Here we go.
Hey, number 5er.
Hey, number 5er.
Hit a line driver.
Hit a line driver.
Right down the liner.
Right down the liner.
Hey, number 5er.
Hey, number 5er.
It's a BBB. It's an AAA. Double LLL. It's a ball, ball, ball. It's a BBB. It's an AAA. Double LLL. It's a ball, ball, ball.
Come on, 5. Here we go, Carly. Good eye, good eye. Here we go, 5. Here we go. Good hitter in there, kid. Come on, 5. Come on, 5. Come on, Carly. Go 5. Go 5.
The sights and sounds of the U14 Girls Fast Pitch Championship 2019 Eastern Canadian, presented by 360 Live and powered by Bell Alliance. My name is Keith Rains. Great to have you tune in to action here. And there's a nice shot into center field by Carly Muse.
Come on, 7. Here we go.
Emma Gallant was first up for the New Brunswick squad, and she struck out.
Come on, Emily. Here we go.
Emily Rowe, number 7.
Have on the field is the Lions of Quebec, number 1 seed out of Quebec.
L-U-C-K-Y, lucky 7, make it fly, lucky 7.
And they won a close one yesterday against Ontario, winning it in the bottom of the 7th inning, 8-7.
Working hard in there, 7. Here we go, kid.
The Lions of Lac Saint Louis, and there's an outstanding. They have outstanding hockey programs up there too. We were fortunate enough to do the TELUS Cup, hosting the TELUS Cup here a few years ago, the midget national championships here in Quis-Famsis in the Qplex. And the Lions were there representing the Quebec region, and they have always a strong program coming out of that region. And as you can see, they have a very strong girls fast pitch program too. So we have a runner on first base and 1 out. Just getting started here. This game a little late in starting as we had a barn burner first game this morning against Ontario 2 and PEI. And Ontario, we had to go an extra inning, and Ontario pulled it out. 8-7 was the victory there for Ontario. That ball gets past the catcher, and number 5, Carly Muse, goes down to second base. This number 1 seeded team out of New Brunswick is from the Oromocto region, and that is just a 10-15 minute drive south of Farrington, New Brunswick, our capital. The ball beat it on the ground, foul. To join the Sunday program, I think you have to take a course in all the different cheers, poems, and there's a walk, and with a pass ball, the runner moves up to third base. So New Brunswick here is threatening in this top of the first. Oh, she went to second. There's a fly ball. Nice catch there. Runners hold. That was Molly Foss that flied out there. Now we have 2 away, 2 on. Runners in second and third. And Kate Rowe is up. First base. Lori Dubuque is pitching for the Lions. And they're black with red and white trim. Nice block there at the plate.
Here we go, girls. Here we go.
Nice straight swing here, Kate. Here we go. Six, here we go.
Let's go, Six.
Sagala is catching for the Lions this morning. Nice pitch in there by Lori. Ball gets past. Here comes a run. And she's safe at home. Whoa. We got 1 run came across. The second one.
Hey, girls, take these. It's okay. It's okay.
Carrie, I need the sunglasses.
Okay, here. Okay, let's go. It doesn't matter, Emily. It's okay. Okay, let's go. It's okay. Okay, let it go.
We should be up 2-0. You need to have. She did. She was like this, and then she went like
Let's go.
that.
Let's go.
I did. I said tag up.
And now the Lions are getting ready to come to the plate. And it's PEI. I'm still on the last game. New Brunswick is up 1-0. Close play at the plate to get that final out.
I'm watching that every time we walk in. I'm expecting something. But there she was safe, but Carly, she went like this.
Take your time, man.
And then she left. She left, and then she had to come back.
I'd like to thank our major sponsors for this event. Simply for Life, Pinnacle Painting, and Leisure Time Sales. And Leisure Time Sales has donated for the weekend 2 beautiful trailers for the volunteers and the umpires to have a little break to get out of the heat, cool off. We're fortunate this morning is we're in the shade this morning for a while anyhow, as the sun is creeping around.
Go, girls.
It was a little bit more challenging in the first game with the shade over part of the infield from a batter's perspective, where that the ball was coming from the sun into the shade. And then it was tough for the left fielder and even the third baseman at times with that sun shining right in directly in their eyes. But now as it gets up a little higher in the sky, makes it a little easier for everyone concerned.
Bring it up, man. Bring it up.
Fournier first up here for the Lions.
Come on, 7. Here we go. Bring it up, kid. Here we go. Battle back.
Pitching this morning for New Brunswick is Emily Rowe, number 7. Emily not only being a good pitcher, but she's a very solid hitter when she has an opportunity to get to the plate.
Ready, Carly?
Here we go, girls.
Levine up.
Let's go, 7, like you can.
And Levine has a unique style to hitting. Is she starts deep in the box and she sort of takes a step into the ball as it comes. And yesterday she had, I think she was like 3 for 4 yesterday. So it works for her.
Gotta get that bat back.
Go 7. Here we go, kid. Go.
There's a bunt that goes foul.
Or are you watching that runner every time? Just watch the lead off.
Come on, 7. Here we go. Working hard in there, kid.
Runner's out. Is that 2 strikes? 3 strikes? Was that 3 strikes there?
She had 2 strikes already on there.
That was a bunt, wasn't it? Is that a bunt? Slap bunt's not a bunt.
Here we go, 7. Here we go, kid.
That's a strikeout for Rowe.
Come on, girls. Let's go. Settle in here.
Au bat maintenant, numéro 34, Novi Dubé.
Here's the pitcher is up now for the Lions.
Come on, girls. Here we go.
Lori Dubuque. Nice little hit. Left field, and that's going to score a run.
Good try, Lauren.
Nice little slap in the left field.
Try, kid.
Tie this game up at 1 apiece.
Caking near the base a bit.
Segala, the catcher, keeping that runner at first base. Good work there.
Here we go. Here we go.
Kennedy Shannon is catching today for
Here we go,
the
7.
Oromocto
Go
team.
Thunder. Pitch.
Okay.
Here we go, 7. Here we go, 7. Here we go, 7.
Yep.
Ava, heads up.
Up. Out, 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 out.
Ooh, Raymond Castle. Come on, 7. Here we go. Go, Thunder. Go, girls. What we got? What's up, Lucy? Nice. Friggin' crack. Wow.
Yep. I did. I got them over there.
Here we go, 7.
What? She stops go.
Here we go, 7. Here we go. Come on, 7.
There's a fly foul ball to left field. Oh, almost a tremendous catch there out in left field. And that's Madison Bagnall out there. Just couldn't squeeze it.
No matter what, good hitter's gonna put it wherever.
Here we go, girls. Heads up, Maddie.
Ready, Carly?
Come on, Em. Working hard in there, kid. Here we
Back
go.
up a bit, Carly. Back
Rose
up.
working hard in this batter here.
3 strikes on her.
Come on, Em.
Gotta work.
Second strikeout of the inning.
Gotta work, Emily. Here we go, kid.
Maintenant, au bat numéro 28, Katie
Kitty,
Ladies, here we go.
Jin up.
Ready, Carly?
Nice pitch. Yeah,
Nice
here we go,
pitch. Gets head of the batter. All tied up here, 1-1.
Sometimes she's there, sometimes she's not.
Here we go, 7.
Up to
Here
you.
we go. Good mix, kid. Good mix.
You get it, feel the clean.
Deep press. Reset.
Right?
Here we go.
You got to feel the clean to do it. You got an open lane. Ready, Kate? Ready, Ava?
Good work in there, 7. Here we go, kid. Good work in there, kid.
Just early in this game, we're late starting as we had an extra inning game, the previous one, against Ontario 2 and PEI. Ontario ekes it out 8-7 in extra innings, so we were about a 35-minute delay on getting this game started. So we're just in the bottom of the first, and it's all tied up at 1 apiece.
Let's go, Thunder. Here we go, girls. Everyone's on their toes. 2 we got, girls.
Oh, another good stop there
Job in there, squirrel.
by Kennedy Shannon, catching this morning for the Oromocto Thunder, #1 seed team out of New Brunswick. There's a solid hit left field. Runners on first and second. Jin with the hit. She also pitches for the Lions when called upon.
Go, girls. 2 we got.
Chloe Sauvé.
Ready, Carly?
There's a blooper at the second base, and that's an out for the third out of the inning.
Okay, girls. Let's go. Good job in there, kids.
At the end of the first inning, it's tied 1-1.
1-1 at the end of one.
Okay, girls. Get the bats going here.
At this time, we'd like to have a big shout-out thanks to the host committee, the KV Softball, KV Dynamite, who are playing in this event, the host team, and the New Brunswick Softball Association for their support for these Eastern U14 Fast Pitch Championships here in Quispamsis in the Kennebecasis Valley. 15-minute drive just outside of St. John, New Brunswick. And we're at Meehan's Cove on the beautiful banks of the Kennebecasis River, which flows down into the St. John River. And the St. John River is about 723 kilometers, goes all the way through the province. And it flows out to the Bay of Fundy.
All right, here we go, girls.
But we've got a beautiful day here. Yesterday morning, we had some rain Wednesday evening, late night, early Thursday morning, but only about 5 to 7 millimeters, and it didn't affect the fields that much. They were able to get the field ready for yesterday morning as games started at noon yesterday, and we had 3 games yesterday, and we'll announce the other scores in the other division throughout the game here today. But
Here we go. Here we go.
Let's go, Steph. Hey, you got this.
out at first, and that was number 6, who was at the plate the last inning as the runner got out at home plate. So Kate Rowe finished her bat, and she grounded out there.
Now batting number 9, Kennedy Shannon.
Kennedy Shannon
Go, Kennedy.
up for Oromocto.
Hey, number 9er. Line driver. Line driver. Right down the liner. Right down the liner. Hey, number 9er. Hey, number 9er. Now you seen it. Now you gotta cream it. Now you seen it. Now you gotta cream it. Just squirrel. You got that. Let's go, squirrel. No, lay off those squirrels. It's a ball, ball, ball. It's a BBB. It's an AAA. Double LLL. It's a ball, ball, ball.
Hit to second base. Nice stop. And a better throw to get the runner. Another ground out.
Now at bat, number 15, Lauren Brewer.
Lauren Brewer next up for the Thunder.
Here we go.
2 out, 2 ground balls to start off this top of the second.
Come on, Laura. Stay in there, kid. Here we go. Lippy, here we go.
Oh, gotta go fix the camera. We'll be.
Right down the liner. Hey, 1-5er. Hey, 1-5er. It's a BB. It's an AAA. Double LLL. It's a ball, ball, ball. It's a BBB. It's an AAA. Double LLL. It's a ball, ball, ball. Let's go, Lauren. You got this. We want to take a S-I-N-G-L-E.
It's not bad.
We want a double, just a little double. G-L-E, double, double, double. We want a triple, just a
can't see in the sunlight.
little triple, triple, triple. We want a homer, just a little homer. H-O-H-O-M-H-O-M.
Come on, Laura. Here we go. Lippy, here we go.
Lauren Brewer up to bat for the Thunder. 2 out here. Top of the second inning. No runners on the base pass currently.
Go, Lauren, you got this. Go, Lauren, you got this. Take it. Go, Lauren, you got this. Like this. Foul ball. Foul ball. Straighten it out. Straighten it out. And when she does. And when she does. You better watch out. Better watch out. Foul ball. Foul ball. Foul ball. Foul ball. Foul ball. Woo! Let's go, Lauren. You got it. You got it.
Strike 3 is the call. Swinging. 3 up, 3 down for the Thunder in the top of the second as Quebec comes to the plate. Let's look at some of those scores from yesterday in the other division. And the second seed out of New Brunswick defeated the Western Wildfire from PEI 15-7. And Ontario number 1 defeated the Quebec seed, the Phoenix du Nord, which is the North. They defeated them 7-0. And then a tight one where New Brunswick 2, the Black Bears from New Brunswick knocked off. I'm just trying to the number 5 team, and that was Nova Scotia 4-3. So New Brunswick 2 seed defeated the number 1 team from Nova Scotia, the Stellarton Stingers 4-3, and that's in the other division. So now getting back to our game.
Coming your way, Carly.
Tamara McNatee is up.
Here we go, 7. Here we go. Go, girls. Go, Thunder.
Looking to bunt. Fouls that off. Emily Rowe pitching for the Thunder.
Go, Crankles. Here we go, kid.
Touch her, touch her. That'll work, Kenny, that'll work.
Strike.
Oh, it's all right. It's hard to see.
Go, girls. Here we go.
1 out.
Thunder, here we go, girls.
Up, out, out, out.
Oh. Zoe Lavervie Number 5,
On your toes, girls. Here we go.
playing left field.
Good job, Thunder. Here we go, girls. Miss. Here we go, 7. Here we go, kid.
Oh, a solid hit up the middle for Zoe. One on and one out
Oh, but number
here in the bottom of the second inning.
Hey, girls. Working hard out there, ladies. Here we go. One we got. Let's go. Here we go, 7. Here we go, kid.
Mia Bolduc up. Mia playing first base today for the Lions.
On your toes, girls.
Don't worry, she's not going. Wow.
That ball hits the batter.
M. One. Yeah, no.
okay.
1, 2, we're out top the order now, okay?
Now at bat, number 9, AOD Fournier.
Leadoff hitter's up. I'm just letting you know who's coming up.
Hildy Fournier is next up.
Lauren, you got to cover the bag. Lauren, get over there more.
Here we go, girls. Here we go.
Her first time up, she had a walk. Start off the game. So now we got runners at first to second. And one out.
Deep breath in there, 7. Deep breath.
Going. Safe at third. Runners move up. That ball couldn't be squeezed by the catcher there. Just dribbled away from her, and those runners wasted no time in moving up a base. So now we've got a threat here for the Lions, second and third. Only one out. Rowe needs a strikeout here, or an infield pop fly, keeping everything in the field. If it gets on the ground, more than likely one run will score. And now the bases are loaded. That's the second walk of the game for
Go, girls. One we got.
Fournier. Levine is up.
Penny bag. We need some out.
Struck out her last time at the plate.
1 out.
Still one out. Bases are now loaded.
Go, Thunder.
Ready, Marley? Ready, Lauren?
Girls, on your toes, ladies. Way to keep it in front, Squirrel. Come on, 7.
Force at any base. One out. High. Now this is where Kennedy Shannon has got to be on her toes, blocking everything. If there's a low,
Go, 7.
don't want to go to the backstop. If it goes to the backstop, a run's going to score. There's a one, beat it on the ground, just force it for home. Yeah. Yeah, force. Yeah,
Force.
No, he's got it. He's got it.
ground out.
He caught himself. He didn't call it out.
Yeah, well, that's why he just double checked, because at first he was going to call safe, and then because the girl was applying the tag too, then that got him say, "Wow, is there?" Then he said, "No, the bases were loaded." So force play, ground out, 2 away now, but the bases are still juiced, and the pitcher is up. trying to help her cause. And there's a nice 3 out. That's when it really worries the coaching staff, when they still start throwing the ball around. You got to know how many is out, girls.
Ladies, way to battle in there.
But boy, that was a threat. Bases loaded, and nothing came across there.
Let's go. Let's get the bats going.
Dodged the bullet there. Woo! Looking at the New Brunswick coaching staff there. And wow, I mean, bases loaded. And with 1 out, and got a force out at the plate, and then a pop out to end the inning. And like I said, that glorious scoring opportunity there. But let's see what can transpire here. If New Brunswick can take advantage of dodging that bullet to get a run or two on, and of course, the Lions would just like to have a quick 1, 2, 3 and get back at the plate again. We'd like to thank our major sponsors here, Simply for Life, Pinnacle Painting, and Leisure Time and Services. This broadcast is being presented by 360 Live, powered by Bell Alliant. My name is Keith Raines. And we're just a beautiful day here in the Kennebecasis Valley region, and looking at the weather forecast, it's going to be looks like we're going to have a nice Saturday and Sunday too. So that's great to hear, not only for the organizers but for the players and the fans that are here watching, to have outside enjoying the last days of August, and hopefully we'll have a beautiful September and October too, as we had not a very nice May and June. Ava Wood up at the plate. Ava's playing right field today.
No stick handling today, Ava. Here we go, kid.
Go Wood hockey! Here we go, 1, 2, 3, we go now, kid! Let's go, Ava! Leave those up here, Ava! When she does, better watch out! Better watch out!
Relax in there. Relax in there.
Ava stands right in the back of that batter's box. Gets every inch of watching that ball coming in.
There, Woody, here we go.
She's got her back foot right on that line. Strike 3 on a high heater.
Come on, Maddie, kid.
Madison Bagnall up. Madison playing left field today for the Thunder. Her first plate appearance.
Here we go! The tree! Number 3! Oh, here we go!
She gets hit by a pitch, so awarded first base. And now we go back to the top of the order, Emma Gallant.
Top of the order for Oromocto, number 2, Emma Gallant.
Emma Gallant playing second base. Strike 1. Oh, off speed. That buckles the knees. Expecting the heater and get an off speed pitch. Good mix of pictures by Dubois. That's in the dirt. Good block, but she's going anyhow. And they call her safe. Close play at second. The throw was just on the left side of the bag, And if it had been on the right side, she would have been out. But that's a long throw for the catcher to make. So now,
Come on, Deucey, here we go.
strike 3. So we got a strikeout to start the inning off, hit by a pitch, and now that runner's on second base, and a second strikeout. Carly Muse. Carly had a single her first time up today. And I know the Thunder would love to see Carly get another single, maybe drive in a run. As we're all tied up here, 1 apiece in the top of the third. There's a pop to left field. That's going to fall in. It's safe. Runner goes to second. Gutsy bit of base running by Bagnall. Third base, she was guaranteed she was going to go home. She hesitated for the bit, and then the third base coach thought the throw was being offline to the catcher, so she continued on and scored. So another big signal for Carly Muse. She's 2 for 2 today and standing on second base, 2 away. And Emily Rowe, the pitcher, is up for the Thunder. And Emily is a solid hitter for the Thunder. Oh, just an outstanding athlete. She can pitch, she can play the field, and she gets her swings in at the plate too. Good eye. Back, ball in the dirt, and the runner goes to third base now. 2-1 Thunder. Good eye. Just outside. There, oh, a good single down the left side, and that gets by the left fielder. She's going for second. She's probably going to go for third. And she's going to go home. Oh, and she's out at the plate. Got another run in, yeah, 3-1. And
Nice job, man.
Emily yesterday.
That's me.
That's Emily. Yesterday had an inside the park home run, and she had third for sure, but it had to be a perfect relay throw, and it was right on the money to home plate. And for the third out, got her at the plate.
Yeah, well, she's blocking the plate. But she's not allowed to be in the baseline. She has to go.
Don't let her. Don't let her.
Let it go. Third baseman was obstruction.
We're going to be aggressive all day like
Third
that.
baseman was obstruction.
And all I asked.
Good job.
Nice job, guys. That's a good hit, Em.
Sorry, Karen. Grab whenever.
So we have 3-1 going to the bottom of the third inning.
We'll do that all day. It's a good call. Took a perfect throw to get there.
Yeah, it was.
Maintenant, on bat pour les Lions de Lac-Saint-Louis. C'est le numéro 2, Oromocto.
All right, Blue. Here we go. Trying to get Blue to pay attention for the obstruction.
So we have coming up to the plate.
I said watch the obstruction before Emily was rounding, because the girl was on the base. So
Okay, girls, working hard.
Sagala. Up. Woof, whoa, there's a line. Drive. Woo. She got around on that ball some quick. The third base coach going to have to keep an eye out.
I don't care.
Maddie,
I don't care. Maddie back. Maddie back.
ready.
Over. Out. Atta girl.
So 3-1 is our score. 2 runs scored in that inning by the Thunder. And now the Lions need to respond.
Out.
Is that your bat here?
I don't care. Cheers. I'll sing.
Outside.
Kennedy, you got to move your feet, not the glove. Get set up for the outside. Once you're set, before you set, you got to move.
Come on,
Hop over.
Thunder, here we go.
Nice shot. Nice shot. Hey, you got to be like, and then move over.
Good pitch, man. Good pitch, kid. Heads up, Maddie. Good mix.
Emily Rowe is on the mound for the Thunder. There's another foul. Oh, that's... Well, she hit it far enough that it missed the cars. Into the beach volleyball courts.
Maddie. Carly.
Tough out here.
Here we go, 7. Here we go.
That's a well-deserved walk by Sagala. She worked hard for that. She had some good swings.
Katya Jin.
Maddie.
Get by the base, Kate. By the base, Kate.
Jin, first time up, she had a single.
Maddie, coming your way.
Ready, Lauren?
Lauren.
This is the one that went right over Lauren's head.
Right.
Lauren, this is the one that went over you.
Oh, good mix in there, kid. Here we go, girls. Let's go, Thunder. It's up, Deucey.
There's a squibbler, and that's probably going to be a single. Yep. No one can get to it off the end of the bat.
So Kennedy, there.
Maintenant,
Don't
bat
just move your glove.
pour
Get
les
your body in front of
Lions,
it.
c'est Chloé
So it
Sauvé.
looks like you don't reach. Even if you reach a bit, it looks out when you got to reach a bit. Block it, kind of view.
Go, girls. Good mix.
Chloe Sauve.
Getting out here. Here we go.
Chloe's playing right field. Yeah, we're still in morning time here.
Deucey, Kate, ready, right?
Chloe also does some pitching for the Lions. Out in front of that one,
Yeah, working hard here, 7.
Chloe grounded out her first plate appearance this morning. Now we've got 2 runners on and nobody out. 3-1 is Oromocto, but the Lions would like to change that.
Here we go, girls. Go, Thunder.
Lions won a close one yesterday against Ontario, 8-7. In the bottom of the 7th inning, they pull it out. And Oromocto lost a tough one to the host team, KV Dynamite, last night, 13-12. Also in the bottom of the 7th.
Eat it.
Eat it. Hey, that's okay. You caught the ball, though. You got the out. That's even better. Come on.
Got a strikeout here. And with the overthrow,
No. And we're not throwing stuff away.
Hey, Lauren Ducey, heads
the
up.
runner went to third base. So we have runners in first and second now with 2 out.
Nothing by scroll.
The runner will take second. Jin.
1 out.
There's one down the third base. Looks the runner back. Smart base running there by the Lions. Safe at home.
Good try. Good heads up. You paid attention, though. You knew it was coming. Good job. Good work, Carly. Look that runner.
Lions get 1 run in and on that infield ground out. So now there's 2 away. And got a 3-2 is the score.
Working hard, girls. Let's go.
Zoe Larvie up. And Zoe had a single, her first plate appearance this morning. And the Lions would like to see another single out of her, as there's 2 away here. And runner on third base to tie this up. There's a little flare into right field, and that's going to fall in for a hit. And a good job there by Zoe, driving in a run. And we're all tied up 3 apiece.
Okay.
2 out, eh? Plays first.
Mia Baldu up. And Mia was hit by a pitch in her first plate appearance.
Go, ladies.
Atta girl, atta girl.
Strike 3 to end the threat and end the inning. But the Lions have come back to tie it all up here.
Au fin de la 3e, on était égal à 3 points chaque. At the end of the 3rd inning, we're tied at 3.
Molly! Molly!
Molly, come here.
Hey, Poppy, I heard you scream.
Hey, Mom. Hey, girls. We're working hard, pushing hard. Let's go.
Is there a towel?
on like 1 inch. Touch the plate? Yeah. Do that.
Come on, Molly. Okay, girls, let's hear. Here we are. Come on.
Okay, we're in the top of the fourth inning. Up at bat, number 17, Molly Foss, playing center field today. Third inning. Top of the fourth now. That ball is low in the dirt, hit the umpire. There's a hit to the shortstop. Good snap and a nice throw over by the Lions. That was Nagy in making that play over to first base. Nice fielding play and a better throw. There's a hit to the second base. And the second out. That was Lauren Brewer with the ground out. So back-to-back ground outs here. Start off the fourth inning, 2 quick outs. Kennedy Shannon up to the plate. Kennedy grounded out her first time. Off speed. A little inside there. That's low. 2 away here.
Come on, girls.
Fourth inning, top of the fourth.
Go, Niner.
Oromocto, number 1 seed in New Brunswick. Up at the plate, taking on the number 1 seed from Quebec. Lac de St. Louis Lions.
Coming up to bat, number 15, Lauren Brewer.
And we have a runner coming in for Shannon as Shannon has to, or Kennedy I should say, Kennedy Shannon, as she's the catcher. Gives her a few seconds to get her gear on. And Lauren Brewer is up to the plate. Kate Rowe is running for Shannon at first base. After this game, we will have the opening ceremonies for the tournament. So we'll have some dignitaries here. People are coming in, and immediately following that is the host team is going to be playing, and that's the KV Dynamite. And they'll be taking on the number 1 team from Prince Edward Island, who lost a heartbreaker in extra innings already this morning. to have their record at 1-1. And they lost 8-7 to Ontario. So let's see how PEI regroups from that tough loss. Lauren Brewer up at the dish. And there's a ball in the dirt, and the runner will take second base on that one. We have 2 out. First 2 batters grounded out, one to the shortstop, one to the second baseman. Then we had a walk. And now that walk has made it to second base. Strike 3, swinging strike 3 to end the inning and the threat. So, top of the fourth, no runs scored. She's still all tied up at 3. As the Lions get ready to come to the plate. Other sponsors that have helped out with this event is Harry Kuglin Exit Realty Specialist, Dorn Sports Excellence, Kent's, Greg Pools, Town of Quispam-Sis, Source Atlantic, UPS Rosse, Subway, Quispam-Sis location, Printworks, McDonald's, Foodland Quispam-Sis, Giant Tiger, Capital Foods, Chase en Lemoyne, Dentistry, Good Life Fitness, and Valley Cruisers Car Club. Thank you to all the sponsors that has helped made this event possible. My name is Keith Rains, and this broadcast is being presented by 360 Live, powered by Bell Alliance.
You're not having this, Jack. No way. No way.
You know what I mean? Like that's the.
Fournier walked her last time at the plate. Up again to start this off, and starts off with a strike.
And if it's down, try to get that bunt on your side, right? Ready, Deucey? For the cover. I need you hard.
Oh, good mix in there, kid.
Foul tip there.
Go Thunder, let's hear you girls. On your toes, ladies.
There's a pop-up to the third base, and a nice play by Carly Muse for the first out of the fourth, bottom of the fourth.
Kylie, Emily, your way.
Maintenant, on bat pour les Lions, c'est le numéro 51, Mathilde Lavigne.
Go Thunder, let's go Thunder.
Foul tip off the cage.
Bob Slippy.
Levine up here for their patented little running batting stance that she employs. There's a bunt. Nice play by Rowe. And got her out. Good play, good throw, good catch for the second out of the inning.
Maintenant, c'est les numéros 34, Laurie Dubuc.
Lauren, Carly, Mathilde. Come next, kid. Go, Thunder. Let's hear you. Everyone's ready.
Yes.
Dubuc, last time off, she flied out. Good pitch there. On the outside part of the plate that she couldn't reach. 3-3 is our score here, bottom of the fourth inning in this tight game. There's a drive into left. That's going to fall in for a single. And she's staying it. Ball gets through the cutoff person. So 2 away here, runner on first base.
Le numéro 20, Inaya Bertrand-Nagy.
There's a pop-up for the third out.
You have it like here. You gotta get it right here.
At the end of the fourth inning, we are tied at 3.
So now we go to the top of the fifth. These games go to 7 innings unless there's a tie. If it's a tie at the end of 7, international tie-break system goes into effect, and what that means is at the start of the inning, a runner will start at second base. And we had our first time doing that this morning. We had to go extra innings. We had 2 other games yesterday that went to the bottom of the innings, but they took care of business in that in 8-7, 13-12 games. And this morning's game was, I believe, an 8-7 game. But yes, it was. And this one, it's going to be the little things that might come out in this one, like execution. And these teams have been good at it so far. The ground balls, the pop-outs, nothing's routine. Lots of times when that ball is popped out, there's a lot of spinning going on to it. And if you don't catch it right in the mitt, if it's off the heel or the top of the glove, it's going to spin out on you. So you really, the coaches have been talking to the players about having that second hand there just to make sure you get that ball. If it's a fly ball, pop ball. And then the other things is the pass balls, But getting runners on base is the key. However you get on base, if you're a walk or a hit, but get on base and things can happen. So that's what Oromocto wants to do here. Get that first batter, get her on base. And that's Liz Matheson is up. This is Liz's first appearance of the day. Showing bunt. Yeah. The ball was outside, but she kept. She wanted the bunt, and she showed bunt. The ball was outside, and to save herself getting a strike, she should have hauled it back a little quicker. But since she didn't, the umpire called her for a strike, and she strikes out there on the third swing. Number 11, Mathilde Paulin. Strike 2.
Watch the ball, Matil. Let's go, Matil. You got this. Go, 11.
Wind is coming up here, blowing a little left to right. Strike 3 in the dirt. Throws it to first. And she's out at first. So back-to-back strikeouts. And coming up is now number 2, Emma Gallant. Emma Gallant, second base. As I said, the breeze is blowing from left to right. So if you see a ball that gets up in the outfield there, it could carry. There's a grounder to the third baseman. And out at first. 3 up, 3 down. So moving to the bottom of the 5th.
Let's not talk about that. Oh, no, the second time.
And just to let you know when these teams are playing again, Quebec will be playing this evening for all you folks in. The wind is coming up and moving our papers everywhere, so I apologize. It must be noon. Yeah, it is. The wind comes up at noon. So in Lac St. Louis, for you folks listening from La Belle Province, they'll play at 5:30 Atlantic time. And the Lions will be playing the host team, the KV Dynamite. So that should be a very entertaining game for you to tune in on as you're getting ready for supper, dinner time. And since New Brunswick played 2 games yesterday, they only have to play 1 today, so this is their final game today. For further results and whatnot, you can go to the KV's Dynamite Facebook page to get the results of the other games and the standings. All the all-important standings, because we'll finish round robin play tomorrow morning and then get ready for playoffs in the afternoon. There's a hit down to the third base and a nice play there. That was Jin hitting that down the third baseline, grounding out. And a nice play by Carly Muse there at third base, snagging that grounder and making a strong throw over to first base. There's a solid single to left field. Chloe Sauve, and Chloe's going to second base. And Chloe's going to third base. And there's that. We're talking about those overthrows and whatnot. And just like get the ball into the infield. And there's a play right there that a solid single, and she should have been held to first base, and now she's standing on third.
No. Hey, did you hear me say no? Don't throw it.
Go on through the heat.
One away. We have a runner on third. 3-3 is our score in the bottom of the fifth. Lori Sear at the plate. Got a walk.
Au bat, c'est le numéro 5, Zoé Larrivée.
Zoe Larvie is up. High. Runner goes to second, no throw. So now we have runners on second and third. One away. Excellent opportunity for the Lions to break this open here. Right at the knees. That's that ball for a strike. There's a bunt, fouled at the, goes off the catcher's mask for a second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the call, is the count. Oh, there's a nice swing. Oh, nice grab. They throw it away and a run comes across the plate.
Get it in! Get it in!
Two runs come in. It was a nice play by the shortstop to catch that ball. And then she tried to toss it to second to get the force out as the runner was off base. And it missed the second baseman and rolled into right field. And then that's when the other runs came running across the plate. And that's where it gets the frustrating part for the coaches and whatnot. Understandable, where they had runners in second and third. They got the ball that they wanted, got it out. And then it was just a matter of forcing throws that probably didn't need to happen to keep those runners there with 2 out. Now the bases are empty and 2 runs have come across the plate. Mia Boldu is up. So we have 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Good swing there, fouls it off the mesh. There's a solid hit there, and that's going to fall in. Went off the third baseman's glove as she moved to the left. But a well-struck grounder, a little too hot to handle.
Hard, ladies, working hard. Let's go.
Top of the order is correct.
Who we got, girls? Let's
Fournier. There's a fly that's going out of play for strike 1.
Finish strong here, 7. Finish strong.
Strike 2. We'll hold on to these 2 runs here.
Way up on her kids. Come on, 7.
Runner on first. 2 away. 2 runs have come across the plate this inning for the Lions. There's a hit to the shortstop. Throw over. And a nice throw there to get the 3rd out. But 2 runs came across, and the Lions lead 5-3 after 5.
Okay, girls. Carly, Emily, Molly.
one hard.
Full send, Scott. You know what? That's going to be our inning. We need to stop killing ourselves.
Why you gotta do me like that?
Come on, 5. Carly.
Oh, I'm on deck.
Let's rally it up. Okay, girls, let's hear ya. Rally it up, girls. Here we go, Thunder. Here we go, Thunder.
Let's go, 5. You got this, 5. Let's go, Carly.
10 right now.
Carly Muse is coming to the plate.
We've reverted back to U12. We've reverted back to U12 cheers. It seems to be working. We don't care anymore.
5-3, top of the 6th inning. Lions scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th to break the tie. And now the Thunder wants to create a little noise of their own. And the way that starts is by getting people on base. There's a pop-up, and oh, what a play by the third baseman. What an effort. Mia Boldu, outstanding play. Jin is now pitching for the Luke, and another nice play by the left fielder this time. That was Dubuc, the pitcher, who's now playing third base. Made that outstanding first catch. And now 3 up and 3 down quickly. And making that catch in left field was Zoe Lavray. And the third out. Three pop-ups, but 2 really nice catches by the third base and then the left fielder. And then the shortstop finished it off. So that was immediately following this game will be the opening ceremonies. All the teams will be here, and I imagine some dignitaries, and they'll make a few speeches. Gives us a chance to, I guess we can leave it on that camera that you have right there now, Chris. And let the folks at home hear what they're talking about for the opening ceremonies and all the thank yous for the sponsors and the teams and whatnot. So we'll have a little bite to eat and get ready for our afternoon games. So here we go. Boy, that was a quick top of that 6th inning. And now the Lions would love to add to their lead if possible. Emma Shimon is up. And that is Emma's first plate appearance today. Getting some action in. Rowe is still on the mound pitching for the Thunder. Oh, off speed, outside though. Almost like a nice little knuckleball there.
Lives in.
Strike 3, and you throw that off speed, and then you come in with the heater, and it just makes the heater look that much faster. Well, here comes the TSN play of the game so far with that catch. Dubois, not only a good pitcher, but obviously a good fielder. Falling to the fence and catching that foul ball for the first out of the previous inning, and that just added a little spark to the Lions team. Good throw, good pitch there by Rowe.
Robin there. Robin, here we go.
I'm going to dunk your head in the bucket of water.
High heat outside.
Go Thunder, on your toes. Everyone's ready.
One out here, nobody on base. Bottom of the 6th. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts. Maya Nagy up. There's a hit to the shorts, and that's through for a nice single. And she's going for second as they're slow in getting that ball in. And that was in the gap as it got through, got by the shortstop there. So it's in the gap between the left fielder and the right fielder. Had a ways to go to it, and the hitter, seen that time it takes them to get there, she figured they had to have a perfect throw to get her out, which they didn't. So now she's on second base with 2 away. There's a solid hit, and that goes through the same spot. And another run comes in, and she is out at second, trying to stretch it in.
Okay, girls, let's get the bats going here.
That run didn't count, no. So what happened there is just clarification. We're just getting everyone on side. There was a single,
Opening ceremonies will follow this game immediately.
and the batter tried to stretch it into the second. The runner, seeing that, was coming home, but she didn't cross home plate because the runner, the hitter, who became a runner, got out at second. How's that, Chris? Is that all right? Did you understand that, Chris? Did I? She didn't cross the plate in time. Yeah. Yeah. I guess Ty goes to the out. Ty goes to the out. that's the way it stands. So we got 5-3 here, and we're at the top of the 7th. And NB needs a score here, or the game will be over. So here it is. The time is now, as they say. The wind has come up a bit. There's a pop out, and that is over the fence this time. And that scattered the people there. Up to bat, Kate Rowe. And now they're talking. And the call stand. I think they were discussing probably about that, if that run counted or not, but I thought that was already decided before we got the first batter in. Anyway, everyone goes back to their respective corners and let play continue. So Kate Rowe at the bat. That's low. Good pitch there. Took something off that. Now let's see if she comes in with the heater again. Another popped it up. Nice pitch. First out of the 7th. Next up is the catcher, Kennedy Shannon. I'm hearing from the dugout, I think her nickname is Squirrel. I imagine there's a story there. Maybe she saves all her food on road trips, I'm not sure. And those catchers, they deserve a lot. They're behind the plate there. They're getting hit by pitch foul tips. Balls in the dirt. They've got to block it. They're running back to the hard job being a catcher. A lot of black and blue marks, too. Foul tip, just as I talked about it. And there's not a lot of protection. They have it on their shins, but then their thighs, their shoulders, their arms, their hands. And you can see the catcher keeping that offhand behind them. Strike 3, called third strike. Good pitch. Lauren Brewer, last chance
Now bat number 15, Lauren Brewer.
for the Thunder. They need a runner on base. Actually, they need 2 of them. Good game here. 5-3, bottom of the 7th. Jin is pinching very well since she's come into this game. That's low. Katia. 2-2. 2 out. Top of the 7th. 5-3 Lions over the Thunder. Strike 3! And that does it for the game. (5-3) Quebec. So they move to 1-1. Oh, because they're going to line the field. Okay, yeah. So that's all right, yeah. So the only ceremonies, I think, they're going to move them down to the beach volleyball courts so the staff can get the field ready for the next game. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Yep. Okay, but we'll have, like I said, our camera will be here anyhow, and we'll leave our microphone on in case we can hear what they're saying. So anyhow, now we're going to have players of the game for this for each team.